Hello, I'm Erika, and this week we're going to do some treasure chests. Oh yeah, it's on the other side. And last time we did some progress bars, which you can see if you look at the previous streams. And then I started sketching some treasure chests, gems, and coins. So I just went a bit further with the treasure chest, but I still have to finish it. And then after that, I'll bring these into Spine to animate it. I was thinking also of doing a second version of the treasure chest, so that it's also essential, Spine Essential friendly. So something that won't require doing 2.5D deformations. But this one is going to be deformed in 2.5D. So if you're interested in that, we're going to have a further look at how to create meshes and how to create nice effects for your images. And since most games have a treasure chest or some kind of rewarding system, I thought, why not? Let's do these. So I also renamed some of the layers, adding a merge tag. So if you're using the Photoshop to Spine script, this is going to be a single layer. I'm repeating these every time, but one more time it's just not bad. If, for example, it's the first time you join us. And about these, so I made also a blinky blink, a blinky twinkle, yeah, called it twinkle, here it is. And it's just a rectangle that was squashed. So this is the rectangle, the original one, of course. Then I squashed it on one side, squashed it on the other side, and here we have the twinkle, and I also added a outer glow to make this effect. So very simple. And now I was about to finish this treasure chest, but everything else should be renamed. Yeah, should pretty much it. I also have made different colors for this diamond, so we can have a little bit of variety. And I'm probably going to place them into a group, which I'm going to call slot diamond. Whoops. So that when imported in Spine, we're going to have these three color options for each diamond instance, if I'm going to have more than one. So what is this? No, this one. Yeah, that's the gem alternatives. So we're going to have two versions of these. I'm going to drag it here. I'm going to make a copy of these. So this will be a gem 2, because I have no fantasy. And I'm going to place, where is it? Here, this inside. So now we have two versions. Great, so I'm saving. And yeah, I could also create a group for this as well, and then create a slot and call this gem, so that both of them will be grouped together. Same logic as the diamond. Now I also added a light for the inside, and I wanted to make a radial light to place behind the whole thing here. Also, I wanted to add some guides. So one here and one in the middle. Oh no, that's not the middle. Well, I have to move everything so that it's centered later. Yes, you're hearing me. I had a moment where I wasn't sure. And hope you're having a great day. Here it's an average day, and we've been busy a little bit. Oh, hi Karanza. what is that? Is that a pigeon? Cock's eye. I don't know what it is. Interesting. Birds are fun. So, I was about to finish these. I'm going to do it. So, lights. How can we do the light? We can do it this way. So first, yeah, I can do everything on top in a group like this. And then I can create a here nice. Okay, I forgot to check transparency. I'll redo that. Also, don't need laziness zooming now. So here it is. So we have a bigger light. I could actually use the same light asset for both of them. So this is big light. And besides that, I'll need to create the lines behind it. This is okay. I'm going to do these. Okay. So yeah, I'll do it the lazy way. I'll create a new group, deactivate this for now, and do it like this. Opacity, I want it at 100%. Even more. Okay, deselect. I have my ray. So since I have one, I'm going to make copies of these. So duplicate layer, yes. Transform, flip vertical. Aha, it's not perfectly symmetrical. And move it down. It's more like its focal point is that one. Okay, for the sake of doing things well, I'll be redoing it. So I could do it this way. Then I could add some middle points. So I'll select the pen tool, create a point here, and then I'll make them very close. Of course, that doesn't matter. And then I'll change this. Okay. And then I'll do these. Create a new rectangle here. And then I'll select this. New layer. I got the wrong one. So I'm trying to get a symmetrical gradient. So I'm about to do that. Okay, more. And more. Okay, then I'll select, can deselect here. I'll select the points of these. Oops. Copy them. And then I'll create a mask and paste it here. Okay, so now it's masked like that. Then I can deselect that. And also remove this mask, which is not needed. Delete. And at this point, I can duplicate this layer, transform, rotate, 90, clockwise. I still didn't get it perfect. Too bad. Then I'll duplicate both of them and then transform them to get the other race. Okay, duplicate again, transform, and then I'll just take these two, so these, transform these. Alright, so I got my nice circle that would be behind everything. I can group it. I'll call this merge light race. And I'll move everything so that it's behind the treasure chest. So here is fine. It could actually be slightly smaller. We don't need it that big. So I'll transform this. And it could be this way, for example. Probably did the race slightly too big, or they could have been slightly more transparent. I'm still in time to change this, so I'll create a new mask. No, a mask. Okay, transparent mask, and then I'll make this visible. Yes, have to invert the selection, and then I can get that. Okay, I need the race to match this to make it easier for me to make them visible. All right. So after this, here I have my big light. I also wanted to make a variant, so I'll duplicate this group. I'll merge this group. And then I wanted to apply a filter. Was it distortion wave twirl? Let's check. Yeah. So you can see these two. Twirling this. Okay, something like this could be. No, too strong. Okay, I already with filter. Distort twirl. Great. this is cool. Ah, it's probably showing me just the center, so that's why. So I'll go into distort, twirl, and I'll zoom out. Oh, now I can see everything. Oh. So I wanted to have a slightly twirled race. I'll call this twirled race, because why not? Then, so now I have some blinky sparkle things. Then here, light rays, yes. What was this rectangle? Can delete it. This is the big light, okay. Can delete the group. And okay, rectangle. Then I'll just have to finish this treasure chest and we can move into spine. I guess I have everything else I need. Yes. Great. I'm just checking. And now I'll finish this inner part. So what was, yeah, for now I can also hide everything that is not absolutely necessary. So what was this? Yeah. So I'll change the color of the sky. Then these lips can be, okay, I'm making it slightly darker. Then here, what was this? Okay, I'll make this darker as well. Okay, I like this color. And I'm going to apply it here as well. Then take, okay, this ellipse will be a clipping mask so that when I apply and create another clipping mask, a little bit of gradient on this, it's going to be nice. Of course, or not. Yeah, I can take it like this. Opacity, lower the opacity, have it in multiply mode. Yeah, but I wanted it on the opposite side. I could maybe take it like this, then create a new one, select white, transform, okay, lower the opacity a little bit, alright. And then here where I have these two, I'll create a group, clip and mask, and okay, this is fine. Of course, so first I'll create something to enclose it in. Okay, deselect, lower the opacity again. Oh, maybe I'll lower the opacity of this light too, so that it's subtle. Then I'll select my ellipse, I'll create some inner shadow. Oh, cool. Inner glow. Fine, so I have a coin, and I'll apply the inner shadow on this too. Okay. So we have one coin, every one for every kind. Okay, I can do it. Now I'll have to make this slightly more two-dimensional. Also, there's a lot of visual clutter here, so I'm going to disable some of the arrays. And what was this for? I forgot. Yes, don't worry. So I'll delete that. Yes. Oh, now it's slightly cleaner. I can also hide the guides. I don't need them for now. Saving. It's important to remember to save. And okay, since I have these, I'll add to this part of the lock. Yeah, this. I'll add some effects. So let's see. Inner shadow. No, inner glow. Oh, this one is fine. So 100% opacity, but it will be in this color. Smaller size. So it could actually be like this, yeah. Then another inner shadow. No, it's invisible. What about this one? But it will have its size. Now, can actually solve it in another way. So this is the lock. Transform and make the lock taller. So that I can move it slightly down. And then I'll lock the opacity. Select this color. Okay. Maybe not so strong. Then I'll select this. No. It needs to be less strong. So maybe like this. Okay. Then okay, this is the actual lock. I'll apply a shadow here. No size. No, the shadow needs to be on top. Okay, I had this ready. I'm going to lower the distance. Oh, so it's going to be something like this. Get the opacity up. And okay, something like this. Then I'll have to move this lock slightly down, transform it to be slightly more in perspective. Too much. I'll redo it. So transform. Okay. and save. Then here's my lock. So this lock should actually have the same color of the upper lock. So maybe instead of getting that, I should try to get the inner shadow in this color. And the color of the lock, yes, okay. And the color of the lock is going to be darker. So I'll select this again. I could paint over it. Then I'll select this here. Okay. Then, where was this? This needed to be slightly more up. Okay. So now it's hidden the overlapping part. Then here, oh, this one would also use some inner shadow. Oh well, I'm going to make it this way. Slightly less distant. And then an outer glow. Like this, yes. Or even less. Or I'll pick this color here to make it similar. Press OK. There. Then for this lock. Cool. So I'm saving. Then I'll select here this one. There's an ambulance passing and I'm hearing a dog howling to it. So desperate. Poor little thing. So unlock the opacity of this, and I want it to be in a slight lighter color. Ah, this is a cool color. So then I'll change the color of the shadows. And what was this? All right. So since I have locked the opacity, I'm going to add a little bit of shadow here, here. No, looks bad. Redo it. Maybe I can still do it with layer styles. Then on this part of the lock needs a little bit of shadow too. So how do I do it? Yeah, that's the idea. But of course, if this has a shadow, no, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to lock the opacity here. And I'll use the, pick this color. to be very soft. Then I'll reselect my base color. Okay. Ah, I don't like it. How do I do it? Maybe I select this. Oh, it's actually not that bad. So I'll smooth out this part here. Okay. Great. Saving. And where's the lock here? I wanted to add a little bit of light on top of this. But of course I can't add the light. So I'll group this. Let's use the selection. Select inverse and I'll delete that part so that I get just a tiny bit of glow. Yeah. Alright. Then I'll create another merge tag. I'll call this lock. Oh, it became look. Lock. And I'll insert this as rail inside. Great, so it will be a single piece. Now, nice progress. I'll have to make this part better. So front chest here. I created this. No, it's this. Aha, okay. So transform. And I feel like those lines could be better. So maybe I'll redo them. So select them all. Ah, I was too fast. I wanted to select the same color and then clear. Then I'll use this to make a selection. Second selection. Oh no, I did it for nothing. I'll have to redo it. Too bad. Okay. There. No transparency. That's the right color. Ah, that's the problem. Okay. Transform this. So looking from afar, it looks like this. Could maybe lower the opacity of the lines. Okay. No. Is this the right thing? Yes. Okay, so I'll move this slightly up. Saving. And then I have to draw this inner part, and then I should be done. Also, hi for everyone that joined afterwards. I said hi to everyone. See some of you. And so here I'll have to draw this part. So this is the front chest just closed. Okay, this is the version of the chest that should be in front up. Should be here probably. No, I got the wrong layer. Here, I got the wrong layer again. Here, okay. Now I just need to add. Okay, what did I do here? I remember, yeah, I remember well. These, correcting this. Close. Then I'll select this yellow, paint everything with this yellow, deselect. Okay, so it makes more sense. Here, do that as well. Close. There. Now I can select just this part. Use the white and paint over this. Okay, so I'll have to do it transparency. So the proper way would be to do this. And okay. Then I fill it with this, and then I use this to create a reflection. Want to select this. All right. So I'll have to lower the color here because it's too strong. It would have been fine if I didn't close this part. How can I do it? needs to be slightly darker. We can do it with some lines too. Okay. Then the chest closed needs to have the lock covering it. If the lock is this way, then this lock, what is this? Could have done this in an easier way. If I just had placed this lock. Ding. Hi, the treasure chest is looking good. Oh, thanks! Mimoner SB. I'm about to finish it, so that then we can move to animate it as well, which I hope will be more fun. What was I doing? Ah, yes, I had to change this part. So, front chest, and I need to lower the light that I placed here. Yeah, something like this, so that it will match better that part. Funny how the color is practically similar. And so what I wanted to do was select the lock and move it slightly more up. So lock. All of this would be moved up. Okay. But then if it's like this, when it then goes up, should the lock disappear or just fall on the ground? Or maybe it just clicks open and then it slides up. That wouldn't be. It's too complicated. Let's see. Might after all change this lock so that instead of being here, this part that I created earlier. So where is it? This is on top here. Maybe bigger. Not this big though, so slightly smaller, and okay. Then, since it's like this, no outer glow, I don't need it. Ah no, I needed it, but I thought, so this lock could leave this, but okay, chest lock, place it in here. Lock chain, another thing that I won't need. Where is it? Lockup. Okay, so since it's here, I'll place it inside. And I'll recolor part of it. No, the color is actually fine, the shadow that I placed. I'll need to make it slightly darker to match the rest. So more like this. And then I'll select this color here. Oh, nice. Good. So I'll save. And let's see, do I like it like this or not? Should I move the lock slightly more down? So here's lock. Cool thing is that I can actually move the lock, make it smaller and bigger also in spine. So that's not really a problem. Maybe I'll leave it like this. Or make the lock bigger. So transform. And then larger. Okay, yeah, I like the proportions more. Then this lock that I had here, this middle lock. Slightly more up. Yeah, I figured it would be like this. So let's see, I'll use this tool to make it more defined. I'll delete some of the artifacts. Okay. Okay. Almost done. So I have the closed version of these. Save. And then when this is open, just closed, it's either like this, but it makes more sense and this part goes up with the rest of the chest. Yes. And so I'll make a copy of these, duplicate group, lock up, and I'll move it with the chest when it's open. Just open up here so that then I can hide this lock and focus on the, I don't like this light, I'll deactivate it for now. Then here I have this, I can reduce the amount of dark I had on this, and instead I can add with a clipping mask a little bit more of gradient. Yeah. So I'll have to do it twice. Once for this, then copy, deselect, and then I'll select this part that will be hidden and paste. Yeah, but I have to paste in place. Evil little thing. So I'm on this. Alright, so it was bare, practically white. create a clipping mask for this, and it's clearly too strong, so I'll change the opacity to 28. Okay, 28 is fine. I'll lower the opacity to 28 for this as well. Cool. Then I'll save. Then I'll have to create these things for the inner part. I might as well just duplicate this. Yes. So I'll duplicate the layer and I'll have, yeah, I expected that. I'll move it out. So from here to here, I'll recreate a clipping mask. I clipped the wrong thing. Yes. Oh. Yeah. And then I have the copy of that, so that is fine. I'll have to move it inside the inner part of the chest. So in here. And then I'll adjust it a little bit. Well, I'll have to make some modification to that, but it's a decent base. So let's see. I'll make a new selection so that this part is selected. Okay. I'm making it, trying to make it look like wood. And I'm recreating the inner part of the wood right now. There. Boom. Now I'll select this color. Deselect. Okay. It worked. Now lower the opacity more. No, bad idea. Okay, I guess it will do. I might do an inner part for this, since it could look better. So create a clipping mask. Yeah. And then make a selection. Okay, then I'll select this color here, deselect, lower slightly the opacity so that it takes a similar color to that. Could maybe make this slightly higher. Okay. Cancel, deselect. Okay, I'm satisfied. And it would be nice to reuse that thing for the upper part. Okay. So I'll check again if this chest looks good when it's closed. So it's closed, it's open, closed, open. Okay. Might need to be more yellow when it's open. Or not. Yeah, it's like this part is desaturated too much. So I'll go on it. But instead of being that color, and in multiply mode, I'll take it to normal mode without the transparency, and I'll get this color here. Okay. So, closed, open, okay. Saving. It's getting a nice treasure chest. Oh, it's so hot. And so I have to create this part. Yeah, lock. Where is it? The other lock. Yeah, beautiful race. That's the inner chest, which is finished. Inner light, which I'm unsure I will be actually using. Maybe I'll add some more color to it. Yes, that's exactly the amount of color I had in mind. Oh, but I could do this. Transform. Have a global light and perspective. That's not the perspective tool. Transform perspective. No. Ah, that's better. Yeah. Okay, so it was like this, then it became like this, which is better, and I'll keep it as it is. So let's save. And I just, where did I place the lock? Up. It's probably behind something, I guess. Okay, so that's, I have to create this inner part here. So I'll select this. Oh, select for me, thanks. Duplicate layer, transform. Make this smaller. Of course. So this part will have the same color as this one, or not? As this? Yes. I like it. Then I'll have to adjust the various points here. So that these will be more like this. This will be here. one here, this one here. Okay, then I have to draw the inner part of this. So I'll create clipping mask. Also have to deactivate the inner light because it's so strong. And these will need to change color to something feasible, such as this. Then this upper part too will become like this. Okay. Then I need to smooth out these two parts here. Hi, puppy, puppy, puppy. And I love seeing that name. How are you? Did you manage to try out the tail? Otherwise, next time I think I'll dedicate a part of the stream to solving that problem. Okay, here it's this. Ah, the lazy way. Where's the rectangle? Here. Okay. Create a... No! Create a clipping mask. No transparency. Deselect. Then, since I already forgot how the upper part of the chest looks like, okay, I'll use this reference. Select this color here. Okay, is this the right one? Yes. So I'll lock the color here. Oh, nicer color, I like it. Then, pew, get this here. Get this here. No transparency. Didn't we say no transparency? Okay. Deselect. Nice. Now, okay, I can lock the transparency and get this color here. Up. No, I'll do this. No transparency. This. Okay. I didn't get a tail that I'm happy with. Oh. Hello friends, hi Goober. Nice to see you on stream. By the way, I was thinking when you were doing that doggy that, if I remember correctly, the doggy was like this or something like that, but it could have been like this, so that this part sticks out a little bit more, because this straight version was a bit strange. Although since it has a lot of fur, could have made sense. And regarding the kind of tail, I had in mind something like this, which is slightly similar to yours, And when you said the tail needs to bend, I imagined something like this. So this part is like this part is here, and this part is separate from the part behind. But I have to test it, because I'm not sure that this would look great yet. Hi puppy, I'm sorry I didn't reply anymore to you, but I need to test your idea for your tail another time. Ah! You also are trying out ideas for tails. No worries. Now I'm attempting a front-facing biped walk cycle. Well, good luck. I mean, it's not. It's just harder than the sidewalks, of course. So, good luck if you're trying to use iKeys, because you'll suffer. Although in beta, in the beta version, finally the iKeys will be able to stretch automatically, so that will cease to be a problem. Okay, focus. I was doing this. Great, I can still do this. So, where's the chest closed? Okay, here's this. And I was about to select this color here. That sounds like a great idea for the tail and leg. Oh, that's great. But I still have to test it as well. So I'm actually, if it gives you some ideas, then that's great, but I hadn't had time to test it as I wanted. So sorry about that. Okay, no, this looks awful. How about this? A resort to making selections. Okay. How with that hidden? Yes, okay, it's here. So deselect. Yeah, I have to get the inverse colors. So this should be in this color. Deselect, and then I select this. Select it this way. Boom. What are you making those assets for, by the way? Is it a game that you're making in a team, a personal project? They're very cute. Okay. Well, this treasure chest is almost done. So, saving again. Just need to finish this inner part. Finally moving to spine. Here, cancel, deselect. Now, what I did, what have I done? Nice to hear you. I'll be listening in while working hard. Yeah. Well, have some nice work. Keep you company, you keep me company. So we'll be keeping each other company. Here is this. I'll create a layer here, and here I'll just make some random lines. Boom. You know who we miss? Okay, where is she? And Fabiano, who didn't connect. this way of doing the root more than the other way I was doing that. So I'll take this one, deactivate it, and redo it in this style. Alright, then I need to select, oh no, it all went well. Saving. Also there's this halo around my picture here. Got the wrong layer. Save. Okay. Okay, I guess I did it. It's finished. Treasure chest, and I can export it in Spine for animation. Did I want something else? No. Alright, so saving. Let's make, okay, I can even, okay, so I can see back my document. Then I want this to be the middle of the chest. Then I can also make this document slightly small. But no, I can't make it smaller. I need to reactivate everything that I had earlier. And besides, it doesn't matter. So close this, inner light active, chest inner, turtle rays. These are my rays. There's a temporal warp going on there. Then I'll go here. I changed the ruler origin, and I'll finally be exporting. So I'll go next, scripts, Photoshop to Spine, which will, as always, appear on the wrong window. Then, yes, the scale, I forgot to check the scale. So let's see, 50% is actually fine because 100% it's huge. So 50% it is. It's still huge in game. So file, X scripts. I keep getting confused. I try to click on export because it makes sense. Hey Trini! Hi! We're doing treasure chests, which I know you already did. You did some beautiful treasure chests. Hidden layers, fine, JSON. Okay, everything is fine, so I'll press OK and export to infinity. I'll start getting Spine open. Yeah, the power of exporting, which I'm afraid, okay, no. Okay. Then Fisherman, I have to open, this is assets, and I'll create a new folder which I'll call Treasure Chest Pro, because we're going to do this in Pro. Oh, don't tell me. I'm exporting that in the bars projects. What can I do? I can only watch. So I'll let you see the I made the error having multiple Photoshop layers in the same folder, so everything got exported together. But I guess we'll keep that. Doesn't matter, it's not that big of a problem. So copy that, go in treasure chest, paste, and I'll also move the JSON in here. Keeps opening on the Pelican project. Okay, Eclipse. Just this one. Hey, I like it. So two times ago, we did this nice boat here. Oh, I'm working on chest this week too, are you? So we're doing it together. Are you adding some more special treasure chests for almost a hero? I've been playing with that more than I should, and it's becoming a problem. But okay, yeah. So of course you can just move it a little tiny bit and can go much out, but we got this 3D effect. Yeah. Yeah, that's something that I shouldn't. So now I'll create a new project. Yeah, discard changes, whatever, it's fine. And we'll drag the treasure chest JSON in here, create this new project. Yes. Boom, that dramatic zoom. Okay, so this is the chest of destiny. We have everything in place. It's even cooler than in Photoshop. And I'll close Photoshop. Bye Photoshop. And I'll save this project. Okay, so treasure chest. Wow, I have so many things. Told you I was playing that. Then where is that treasure chest? Treasure chest. Let me save, then I'll read the chat room. Treasure chest, done. Great. I can do graphic design, animation, and web programming. Ain't expert on all of those fields, to be honest. Should I create a website for them all? Give me an idea. Graphic design, animation, and web programming? Why? It would be so cool! Yes! So, yes, do that. You could do, like, if you have one of those portfolio pages, you could totally do one, a small game or something that is interactive with animations in it. It would be amazing. Marshall. Do you have already something in mind about that? Or when you say, give me an idea? Because I've been wanting to do that for my own website too, but I still have to learn how the span runtimes work for that. I wanted to, for example, make you fish with the Fisherpelican and then the Fisherpelican shows up something, but I still have to learn that. But if you can, you should totally do it. Some smaller interaction, like don't press this button and then you press it and your CV pops out or something like that. That would be super cool. Okay, focus. So I have all the pieces in here, and yeah, some images, which are the ones that I don't use, are still in the images project folder, but it doesn't matter. And I'll be creating the controls for this now. Ooh, don't tell me, did something not get exported properly? Yeah, I'm worried. Where is the lower part of this lock? Oh, it's here. Okay. Wow, okay, everything got exported as it should. So then I'll be creating bones for this. Let's make bones visible and deactivate images selection so it stops trying to flash. It still flashes. Of course. So light rays, I'm sure I want to need light rays that are both straight like this, and also where's the twirled rays? Here they are. So move them in here so they are happily together and they'll be able to turn. And I want to make twinkles for this. And diamond has various colors. Yeah, I already said that. Yeah, let me do in blue for now. So, create some new bones. I'll have a bone to move the chest around. So, here. I'll call this bone chest holder. Then I'll need a bone that will control the twirls, so light rays, and I'll click new bone so that it's perfectly centered where the root is. I'll also deselect root selection so that I avoid clicking the root instead of this light rays. Okay, and save. Then I'll make light rays children of this and the inner light knot for now. I also had not just this light rays, but also a re-enable images selection. Big light parent to the light rays. Okay, so they're together now. Then I can reactivate this. I want to test out if the light rays will turn properly or not, because I have this suspect that they might not. So I'll create a key. To create a rotation in spine, just key the first 0 and the so you'll need to divide your animation in 3 parts, because if you just divide it in 2, something that rotates will do this and then go back to this. So we need to divide it in 3 parts, and since a complete rotation is 360, we key 0 and 0, and a third of that is 120, so we'll type in 120 here and 240 here, which I know by heart at this point, as I suspected the twirl. It's right, but I didn't create the circle properly, so I'll have to redo it at some point. It's not necessary to do it now. Damn me, how could I do that mistake? Well, I'm sure I'll have the same problem with the other light ray, because it seemed like, yeah, terrible. I have a question for you, Erika. Why when I create a new path constraints, my key constraints stop working? That's an easy question. So, did you know that transform constraints in general can be reordered? I'll make a simple example for you. So I'll go in here, setup, and I'll create, let's say 3 bones. So 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, okay? Then I'll create a, how is it? So I can create a new key constraints, a constraint that will move just this bone. I'll create a bone here that will be the target. Totally fine. Then if I try to move this here, it works, yes. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm making this right. Then if I create a new key constraint and I place the target here, yes. Okay, I'll call it great. and I move this one, right? This one is broken, like what you just said. You see, nothing moves. But you can reorder the constraints. So if I click on this one and reorder it, you'll see that now this works and this works too. And what I did to make it work is just dragging the constraint that needs to be applied first upper in the list, so here, and the one that needs to be applied last, so after this one is resolved, later in the list. So that's it. Jesus. Yeah, it was this easy. Yes, it's something that you can totally solve. It's actually, it's also super easy. It's mentioned in the guide, and I recently added in the user guide no, I didn't. Well, I plan to do it, and I'll add it eventually. But yeah, I know your struggle. Hi Kay! What are we up to today? We're up to creating treasure chests and to solve iKey mysteries. Why did this iKey broke? And now it works. Okay, so I'll delete these ones. Goodbye. And also that target and GDF, blah blah. And save. So I'm back to this. I'll have to redo the light rays, but for now I'll just deactivate them. And okay, I created the light rays holder. Perfect. I'll just hide that for now. I have the chest holder. That's great too. Okay. Chest holder is fine there. Oh man, I'm having little troubles with iKey. Okay, what's your problem? Sometimes it's too strong? Oh, you know, you can lower the influence of iKeys and mix it with forward iKey if you want. It twitches. I know. Yeah. After that, I have no good advice except keep the iKey always closed, because when it detaches in an animation, for example, we have this, and then you do this, and okay, we select these two bones. What have I done? I didn't select it. Okay, new iKey constraints. I can't. I'll just create a new one here, and then it follows. So when you animate, if you move this, for example, here, and then you move it, but you detach it like this, and then you move it here, it does that clicking if the animation is fast. Well, in this example it didn't work well, but anyway, if you manage to keep it always closed or always slightly bent, then it shouldn't twitch when bending knees. Yeah, I know. Now let me go back and delete this guy, save. Will I manage to create the bones that I wanted to create? Sure. So I'll also be drinking. I feel you. You just need to not force it that much or trying to add more keys in between. Yeah, because then it flickers even more and it gets only worse. And it's terrible. How can you all have that pink nickname? I see. Can you choose the color of the nickname? I want to change the color of my nickname too. Grrr, iKey sometimes make me angry. I see. So, going back to this treasure chest, beautiful treasure chest, I was creating the controls, and when I get distracted, I have really trouble remembering what I was doing. So, chest holder. And then I wanted to create the controls for the chest. So we'll need, for sure, two controls, one for the front and one for the back, to make the chest shake in 3D view. And then we'll need some kind of control also for this part, which will have to be connected on one side here and on one side here. I'll have to think better about it. Also, yeah, I might place just a control in here, and let's see how this turns out. And just parent the bone that will control how the chest goes up and down to the bone that will control the 3D-ness of this. That's the idea. What if you use keys for a great idle, but then suddenly you need to make a run animation? Is it okay to retain the key or just remove it? Where? On what? You mean on the... I would keep the key for the run animation as well, because it messes the walk around. No, I'd keep them too. It's actually useful to keep the tips of the feet in place, for example. It somehow follows an arc. The key constraints have a blend settings. No need to remove. Yeah, you could deactivate it, yeah. Just set the blend to 0. Right? Good puppy. Good puppy. It seems like I'm actually talking to some kind of pet. By the way, I finished the water, so I'll be super right back. I won't even put the screen. I'm just going to fill the water because it's super hot in here. And then I'll resume doing that chest thing. So I'll be very right back. And here I am. All right. So, what? Somehow follows an arc. Oh, that's the key. Okay, I'll try to experiment. Post the results on the Discord. By the way, Trini, why aren't you on Discord yet? If you're still there, yes, you are. You should join the unofficial Discord as well. Although it's very unofficial. Okay, root. So next thing I will be doing is parent the chest images, and a quicker way to parent is filter the tree on slots so that I only see slots, and then I can select the images that I see, press P and parent them. So this goes very smoothly. Okay, that's the inside. Great, so I have the chest parts all in place. Then I wanted to create a bone to hold these two images, and I'll show you another trick to speed up your spine game. So you press, okay, I have everything enabled. First you select the bone that will be the parent, then you press Ctrl, and then you can select both the images that you want, and at that point you can create the bone, and the bone that will be created will have the name Twinkle Hello as the first thing that you selected when you press Ctrl, and it will have for parents the images that you selected. So this saved me hours, literally hours renaming stuff. I'll select root, I select this, and then I create a bone in the middle there. Then here I have this, and or maybe here, no, here, another bone for the diamond. Then I'll select the root again, press Ctrl here, and then another bone here for the coin. Great. So I'll save, and I have my beautiful bones that hold everything I need. So now I can move them around the diamond to a different place. This too I could place here. By the way, I definitely want the Twinkle and Twinkle Halo to be in front of everything so that they can twinkle in all of their power. Ah, look at that, precious. Now, oh no, I moved them. Okay, I wanted to move this. Oh, then I can move this and this out of the way. So here I have a chest closed and chest open, and I'll have to eventually put them in the same slot. Eventually could also be now. So I'll call this chest up. My god, I have a problem with names lately. Always. Then, okay, now I'll be creating the meshes. Now, okay, this halo is unselectable starting from now, so I don't hover and keep selecting it because it's flashing my eyes. So here I'll start creating meshes, and as the last time, creating meshes is actually easy. So I'll first click this box to make the mesh. Then I click edit mesh. Now edit mesh is open, and I'll create a new mesh. There's a lot of noise. I'll have to close the window. So first we need to create the outer border of the mesh. So I'll go here, there's one, here where we have the other one, create this, and there we go. And we close it. I noticed the sharp eyeliner because it stabbed me. What? My eyes. Ah. If that's what you understood, it's very funny. So we could actually keep it super simple and just keep it this way. Then we can create this mesh as well. Yeah. Okay, edit mesh, new mesh. So I'm always getting the angles of the images here, and then I'll create another point for this part and also a point here, because this part absolutely doesn't need to be deformed as this part will be deformed. So here we have some other points, and now it's following the natural shape of the drawing. Now we'll do this here too. So new mesh, here, and then the inner part as well. Will be like this. We could actually get some more points. So I could have this. Okay, I'm forcing the line, the orange line is used just to specify when spine doesn't create the lines where you want them. You can force spine to do as you want. So like this. Then I can have, here I'm creating a double border because I didn't do a separate image for this. And then I'll get this close here so that I can deform this a little bit. Now, yeah, I'll need to force another line here, and then I guess we're done with this. Now, I'll create a mesh also for this version of the chest, and this is slightly round, but it doesn't change that much what we're going to do. So first, create here, here, here. By the way, this works best when you have geometrical shapes. Okay. Could actually also have a point here. Or not. Let's not place unnecessary keys. I'll force this to be a straight line. And let's hope that it's enough. Now, I'll save. And we can explore mesh creation and techniques also with these elements. As said, if I were to create a mesh for this, I'll also make a tutorial, like a proper tutorial with the tutorial voice for this. But if we were to create a mesh for this, I'll show you briefly now. We just need these points, and then we create a point in the middle. And how the mesh works is that I need to select the point. We can now deform this part here, right? So we achieve that bit of three-dimensionality on this. So we could actually get some cool animations with this. Edit. I also noticed that this is not super centered. Okay, now it is. And well, I remember the gem sticker earrings from the 90s. When were they? With a diamond, it's also easy if we create a mesh. Edit mesh, new. We do this. And we also follow the lines. But I actually didn't want to do it for the diamond, because I'll leave this for the proper tutorial where we do those things. Here the inner light. Oh, that's great. Okay, so deactivate this slide for now. Save, and I'll create the controls for this. What? This one? Okay, I'll open that image. Open. Oh, now I know what you mean. It's these stickers. Cool. Yeah, you're right. It reminds of them. They are that sort of thing that you could also find in something like Candy Crush or other games. Okay. So back to this. We can do the chest in two ways. One is just with a bone that controls and deforms the chest. Another one is with a bone that controls the chest, and another one that goes in the opposite direction to create that cool three-dimensionality. So in this case, I might actually do the one that just has one control, and place that in the middle here. So just do it with 2 bones, and one bone that will be fixed in place and the other one that will be following, that will be moved by the animator to create the illusion of the chest moving. Or not, because I thought about a thing. The cool thing about this chest is that we can make this part here hidden, but I didn't create something for the inside of this chest. So this could work for the upper part of the chest, for this one. Yeah, I can try that. So I'll create a bone here on the lock that is so dangerous close to the light bone, but whatever, and a bone here behind, so I'll do that. So that's the chest holder, and it can be placed wherever we want, it's not a problem. Then we have a bone here. I'll translate it at 0, I'll also remove that 2000. Okay, so it's placed in an even place, and I'll call this chest control inverse. And I'll also create another bone, just create a copy of this, and I'll remove inverse from the name. Then I'll move down roughly on the, if we consider this is the image, so it's on one side and on the other side. And I'll create the constraint, so chest control. Also change the icon of this to mark it as the bone that we can move around, and I'll color it in this green. Then I'll select chest control inverse, new transform constraint, and I'll select chest control. Okay. Then I'll press match so that my bone won't move around, and I'll set the translation to -100 so that it does whatever this one does, but in the opposite direction, just like we did for the backpack and for the boat that we did. You mentioned that Stretchy key is in beta. Is that in the current beta? Any ideas on when that will be released? Or you have no idea what we're preparing? Like, I don't think it's up yet because Nate has been working very hard on that now. But remember all those export requests that we had once? Magic tricks level 9000. Okay. It's going, finally the export is going to be changed and expanded, and everything we wished for will be in it. So we'll have to wait a little bit, but it will very be worth the wait. So I think maybe a week or 2 or more, depends on Nate. But I'm so excited, and I really wanted to have a pretext to talk about that. I'm so happy. You'll be happy too. There will be controls for the GIFs, for the to just have a part of the canvas. Yeah, he will bless us very soon, and I've tested it, and it's very, very cool. But for it's just the GIFs that it's done for now, and it needs to be also done for videos and PNGs and so on. So I think it will still take a bit of time. I'm so excited. And okay, so we can start rigging this, binding the mesh to these 2 bones. So I'll bind chest control first and chest control inverse after. Okay, and then I can create a fake animation in here. No, okay. And in this fake animation, I'll make chest control move around to test it. What about adding the animation curves into the timeline? Is that something that is on the roadmap at all? Yes, it is, absolutely. It's just that there were reasons to solve bugs that export made sense to do now. So export, will local transform constraints be fixed in 3.6? We're not sure they're broken though. Or are they? I'm not sure. As far as I know, they work. I'll have to search for that. It's weird. Why do you say they are broken? Because you don't know how they work? Or because they're not working how they're supposed to work? Because I don't know how they work, honestly. Haven't used local. No, I tried them, but I haven't used them that much. So anyway, I was about to create a fake animation. I read in some posts that they were broken and it was fixed in 3.7, then it's fixed. But I need 3.6. So that's how it is. Okay, so this is what happens when we move it on the side. Something weird, very pudding-like. But this is what happens when we move it way up. Oh, which is cool. This is actually what I wanted. So let's add some more weights on these other parts. So I'll bind these here and here. Let's see. Of course, it got mad. So I'll key the translation of chest control first. Yeah, and then I'll fix the weights for this. Oh no, I have to save. Where are my weights? I have to restart Spine. So many things in here that I should just move out of the way. Okay, so I have to close Spine and restart it. I still don't know why those controls disappear. Can't repro it when I need it. Okay, Spine is opening. Oh, I'll fetch you the post. Well, if it was fixed in 3.7 and Nate didn't port it to 3.6, then don't expect it to be in 3.6, I'm afraid. Oh, here it is. Animate. Okay, now I can adjust the weights for this. So this should probably go down, but not this much. So the cool thing is that if you write 50 and 15, it will stay in place. Then I'll select this. Okay. Now what I should be able to do is move this chest with a little bit of deformation. Well, this works, but it could work better. Like if, for example, I had another image to cover on this side, then I could make some cool things with this. And for example, when it deforms this way, I could make it show this part, and these, for example, could be influenced more. This too could be like this, but they need to have the same value, of course. So if this is 40, this needs to be 40 as well. I could actually create the, at least this side, probably, for this, and have a treasure chest that you can move in any direction. Okay, so this is nice. But then again, I forgot an important thing. I didn't want to animate these thanks to chest control, but I needed to create a new bone that will be a child of chest control. That will be chest control up. That will control the upper part of the chest and make it close or open when needed. So if this is here, yeah, it needs to be in the same place after all. But I'll change this like this to a different icon. I can also change slightly the color more. Then this one, I'll remove the weights from that and I'll bind it to chest control up instead. This way I will be able to fake the opening of chest control. So when it's oh, don't tell me. I just, yeah, remove, and I need to first select chest control up and then chest control inverse. Okay. Now when I change the weights, I can select both and let it automatically, no, it didn't work. So I'll select these weights here. Great. Haha, it's working very nicely. Here, this too. Here, this too. Okay. Okay, so I removed the key there. Wait. So when it's like this, I'll need to have a little bit of just control inverse to control that part. Here too. And here too. No, it's oh, this is it. Okay, well, I'll just have a look at the issue. Doesn't work with local. It's just because where's it? I created this issue, by the way, so I should have known what this is. And Nate solved it. Okay, too bad. I'm sorry. I guess something would have been broken in the runtime, so they preferred to not add it. I don't know the details though. So front chest. Here goes. When this goes up, this is not supposed to go up. This is supposed to go down. It's more like this. Yeah. Then these 2 points here. And this also. Okay. Then I'll have to create, yeah, the lock is already a mesh, so I'll create a new mesh. Okay. Then I'll create some middle points here. Oh, hi, the dice goddess. Then, okay, I finished this. I'll also create a mesh for this, and I'll bind this to the control here and the inverse. Okay, now when this goes up like this, I can change the weight so that this part here first should try to stay in place, and this one should be more influenced. Okay. Then maybe this. Okay. Then I'll also select the other mesh, lock shadow, bind it to these and this, and I'll also move it up. Now change the weight. So here, this will match this weight and this. Oops. Of course, that's what I did wrong. It's to be very subtle. Or not. So this is the part that should be sticking here. And this one is the part that should go down. So it should be more like this. Okay. Okay, saving. And okay, so I got this part. So another thing that I wanted to test is when it opens. Oh. Okay. I could actually have almost used the same image for the treasure chest opening. Lol. This makes the end of my workday a lot better. Oh, that's great. Test. Yeah, this makes way more sense. And since we're at this, I'll need to reselect these 2 points here, wherever they went, and get them back in place, and get this to have a reasonable size here. Okay. Well, crazy things are happening in here. I'm working out workflows on my iPad, and I just have this stream floating on screen. Oh, that's cool! Okay, so this one works, and chest open. That's the actual chest open. So if it's like this, when the chest is open, I should get this part. So let's see. This is placed at -2 and -32.4. I'll have trouble remember that. Oh, this is placed at 0 and 0 point blah blah. Let's just do that. 0. Then I'll update the bindings here, here, and here. Then I'll do this. I'll translate. Okay. I'll have to select chest open up, save, just to be sure. And I'll move chest control up to match, no, but without this, to match this position here. So that position appears to be too much for our poor things here. So instead of that, I'm going to drag this here. Ah, yeah. So this could be the open version. Okay, when it's open, okay, it's placed over here. Translate 375. And it's rather similar. So since they don't match perfectly, okay, I'll have to find when they match perfectly. Or I'll just take this as good. And I'll bind it to this and this. And then I'll take this back to 0. When I change the weights are going to be, okay, so we are in this position. The weights are going to match that position, but they don't match. Yeah, I did a mistake. So I'll have to select chest control too and get it in the right position. This is still fine. Chest control, and I'll get this. Now, this was already right. So then, chest control up. I'll move it again up here, and then I'll bind it. Ah, I see. Okay, so I'll move this back in its place at 0 and 0. Yeah, I expected to see it all broken. But when it's up, this should be more in the back for us to be able to see. Okay, first let's try to rig it when it's simply up. Then the weights, I need to change this weight for sure. Key the translation of the chest control up. Copy, paste. Change the weights at this point. So this part should be controlled more by this. This was fine, or this should be. Yeah. All right. So I need this image here to be matching more this lower image here, but it's not possible. Okay, so instead of doing it like that, I'll have to change this. Too bad. So I'll just go back and I'll remove chest control up and save. Oh, I finished the water. I'll be right back. Also let you see this. Yeah, I'm back. So if we want this image to transition smoothly from one position to the other. This is not the way to achieve it. So in this case, yeah, this should being shot into space. And that's where it needs to be. Rather than there. Ah, yeah. Okay. So if in here it's right, it's how it's supposed to be. Bind this. Get this up. I get this back in place. For some reason it's not working. Okay, so this is back to normal. And I go into the animation and I get this up here. And if I get the weight to be this, yes. So this is right. Then I also need to change the weights of these. This. Of course it's never going to reach this position, but it's useful for testing purposes. Also, by reordering the chest control up, everything that is influenced by chest control up should be overlapping everything that is controlled more by chest control inverse. So if this is the case, it means that I need to add. No, chest control inverse should stay back. So why is it in the front? Is there some... Oh, it seems like this is a perfect case where you would want to limit the amount of movement that is possible for a bone. Yes, could you create a path constraint? They control the path, and then instead of moving the bone, just animate its position on the path? Or would that be overkill? Yes, that would be slightly overkill. Is there some other way to limit the movement of a bone that I just haven't discovered yet? Yeah, you can place it on a path, but remember the paths are expensive at runtime. They require slightly more memory than simply moving the bone along a line and not going past. Like when you see that it's breaking, then you don't go past that. But you don't need to do that sort of trickery. Okay. It's trying to drive me mad, officially. It's supposed to go in the back, but it's not going in the back. Or maybe this is why. Should go behind. Well, this means that I can't do what I wish to do this time. Too bad. And I'll have to limit the amount of how much one can see that. Too much noise. When this goes up, this could be going more this way. Yeah, slightly less. So much noise. Okay, then these 2 points should be influenced more by this, and these 2 should slightly be influenced by chest control up. Nice. Now these 2, they should actually be somewhere in here. So I'm doing the overkill right now because it's not necessary to rig that much these just to make it open. Anyway, I think that we're almost able to animate this. Yeah, I still haven't binded that. Change the texture because right now it looks very broken. Okay, and save. And I was about to bind this, chest control inverse and chest control. A chest control will be in front. So when I animate this, I removed the chest control animation. So yeah, I'll take them up now. And since it's supposed to do that, I'll get this part to match this one. And maybe slightly less. Then when it's here, this inner part should show more depth. So more like this. Oh, there we go. So our animation could look like something like this. So this was a test. Now we could try and make a chest opening animation. So it first trembles a little bit and then it opens, right? So I'll go on my chest control, translate it, and first I'll key its position. Haha. This means that I can still adjust the deformation a little better. It's too strong right now. So when it's doing this, it's that strong. Can also influence this. Ah no, I had reasons to keep it like that, now that I remember. So chest control goes this way, then it goes this way. Then it goes this way. It does this. And then it opens. So copy this, paste it, and then it does this, and then goes back to its normal place. So I'm adding keys for now. Oh, it's super slow, by the way, so I have to get them closer together, these keys. And then when it's here, I'll select just control up and get it up. Yeah, I suspected it would break that way. So until here, it's cool. Key the translation. And then when it's here, I'll also so on this key, I'll change from one to the other, where this is supposed to be looking like this. And then it opens completely. Okay, I still have to adjust the weights here because they're crazy. This and this don't have the same weight, but they should. Then when it's here, this bone should have certain scale. Here it's key the scale, and here would be a slightly bigger scale. Yeah, there's this problem. Alright. Also this. Okay. Very good. Okay, I see something that I don't like. And I see this because I should take these keyframes, go to the graph, and make them switch on a step curve. Okay. Then where's just control here? Copy, paste. That's what it is. So this one can be smooth. Okay, then I can use the is it? Other control, treasure chest holder control, to make it turn a little bit. So first I'll key this position here and here. I can make it turn in one way and the other. Here I can add some curves. Can also make it jump slightly. So here, and then it translates slightly up. My eyes. Copy, paste. Here I could also have curves. Okay, how it opens, it's very slow. Well, when it's snappy, it's actually better. So let's make the animation slightly snappier. Hi Minnie! Wow, the treasure chest look nice, thanks! And then it opens. Here it's where it starts to open. So I'll deselect everything. And I'll move these keys close together. Oh, already better. Could even remove that key that is moving this chest here and just keep it ready in the definitive place. I want to look at it like at 100% time. It looks okay. Oh, I just noticed I've been on the wrong part of the scene the whole time. Let me move myself here where I'm supposed to stay. Buy sunflower. Okay, so that I'm not covering anything important. Okay, so the treasure chest is wiggling and then it opens. I wanted to look frame by frame how this was working. Well, yeah, we're faking a part of this. I guess it's fine, nobody will notice. You can even exaggerate more this way. Here too. want. How are you, Mini Moog, by the way, or Mog, or Moog, or however it's spelled. One day I'll learn the pronunciation, but not today. Okay, so after it opens and shows its beautiful treasures inside and stuff, then I want it to show the light inside. Oh yes, the light inside is not broken. And inner light here, and I'll create like Vogue, mini Mog, but it's 2 O's. Anyhow, doing well, hope you are too. Yeah, I'm doing fine, I guess. I'm a bit stressed lately for reasons that for private reasons, but otherwise rather okay. Create. So root, then I select control. Okay, first root. I'm in create, I select the parent and then I select, I'm in create. Okay, here. And then I create these for the light inside. I'll place it here so that I can, when I scale it, I can scale it from that point. Mini. Where the heck is everyone? So that, yeah, it's been like this today. Sometimes there are days that are like this. Okay. I wanted to change here the effect, light effect. Oh yeah, much better. Let's see how screen turns. Nah, screen is bad. Additive is beautiful, so we'll have additive. We'll also have the color down. Okay. Then I go in animate mode. And yeah, I'll have to reactivate the chest closed. Oh, how much a path constraint consume? I'm getting used to use it in some cases. There's some kind of comparison with bones, like one path constraint equals adding 10 bones. That would be useful. I'll bug Nate to give me that exact comparison. Like, you know, I have to read all of the posts. So I remember in a post that Nate said that they were expensive. Not as expensive as keying direct mesh deformation, that is very expensive. But it shouldn't be that tragic. It's mostly when you do direct deformation on the path, because it will memorize all of the points of the path with all of the weights. That's what makes it heavier. But I'll get you a better answer. I'll have to ask Nate. I just know that you should go easy with them. We're focusing on the treasure chest. Yeah, but it's okay to ask answers. Anybody can ask answers, even on things that are unrelated, really. I'm working, so I can chat a lot, sadly, yeah. But it's already super nice that you're here. I was going to ask the same question about path constraints. I had an idea for something that would use more than a few path constraints. Someone is screaming in the chat room. Regarding how expensive is that, I want to give you a good answer, but I don't know. I guess Fabiano went to eat and never came back. but I don't have the answer yet. I'll do my research and then post it on Discord, on the unofficial Discord, or on the forum, so that you'll be able to find the answer if you go look for it. Because I think it's important for an artist to know how much heavier he's making the game. They are making the game. What was I doing again? Yes, okay. I was creating the light inside. So here I'll have to key the light. Where is it? I lost the light inside. Inner light. Here it is. And here it becomes visible and beautiful, like this. Yeah, and then it jitters, and then it goes back to being fully visible. Yeah, maybe not this much, maybe more. Okay. He has eaten or has been eaten? He went to have lunch, but very late. Interesting, thank you. And talking about mesh deformations, when doing little particles, for example, do you recommend to attach each particle to a bone instead of animating by mesh deformation then? If you're doing direct mesh deformation, remember, okay, I'll show you an example. I tend to have to do these examples every once in a while. So let's pretend that instead of, okay, let's have a look at metrics. I'll place them here so that they are very well visible over my head. Okay, so we have 11 bones, not much. It's also mostly because I place particles here. I'm going to use our particles anyway. And then we have, 11 bone transforms, 13 attachments, and we have 63 vertices and 91 vertex transforms, which is great. It's absolutely not much. Now let's pretend that instead of doing these with bones, we were animating this thing here by direct mesh deformation, okay? Let's have a look at metrics. Here we have them. Close the, let's place the playback here. Let's close the weights. Okay. So these are the metrics now. So we'll need, of course, to key the first position of this. I'll have to move this slightly in order to get it. And here we have our deform timeline, which is here, okay? And vertex forms are 16, are 8 out of 91, okay? So here, in order to reach this position, it would need to move. Now let's pay attention, okay? I just moved 1 point, but this doesn't mean that just that point was stored, but it added 91. It's now 91 instead of, I don't remember. So let's say I move just one again here, 1691. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I am, yeah, it's the deformed vertices that keeps getting multiplied. So we're lucky because this mesh doesn't have many points. But once you start adding many points and just move even just one of them, the deformed vertices keep multiplying and multiplying. So if I were to open instead of these, and please let me delete these, like this, save. Let's change project. Let's open something heavier. So I go here, privacy. I'll go in spine, and then I'll have to go in Twitch, and then I'll have to go on the elderly lady. Let's pretend that we were animating the elderly lady here that has a gazillion of points. Instead of with bones, which are vertex transforms, okay, that's a good number. Okay, whenever I move a point here on the animation, the area here, the number of transforms is doubled, okay? So this time, yeah, I'm always here. So even if I move just one point, the deform vertices quickly increase. So let's say you want to make an animation snappy, and this is getting ridiculously heavy, okay? So this is very expensive. While when you are deforming something through bones, the only vertices that are stored with the values inside, you know, the numbers of how much influence there is, it's just stored once in setup mode, so that's much lighter. Also, you tend to avoid bugs this way instead of every time. It's more manageable. That's crazy, I know, right? Oh, what is that? Oh, Goober went away. Workday is done. I didn't get to say goodbye to Goober. Anyway, yeah, that's crazy, and that's why you should try to be very careful when you want to use direct deformations. Because if you have a mesh like this, then it's going to explode. There are people that want to export a JSON. The JSON is 35 megabyte because they have this sort of stuff. Like if you're going to use bones and then you direct deform them, you're losing the point of attaching bones to a mesh. It means that instead of making the fixes, you should fix the mesh in setup mode rather than afterwards. And this will save you, this will make the game lighter and will save you sanity. So that's why I'm always against using direct deformation, unless, it's for something that would make you go crazy by adding too many bones. In that case, you are pardoned. But otherwise, think before doing that. Treasure chest. I'm back to that. Discard changes. Yeah, I don't want to save. So here's my treasure chest. Okay, so it kind of lights up. But besides getting open, it should also make something go out of there. So this something could be this jewel here, the gem. So let's say the gem is here. And it should definitely be hidden here. Great. So back. I changed the drawer there this way. Shouldn't have done it. Rip, what is that? Okay, I'm opening it now. Open. Time. What is that? I hope it's something big, like a very complicated animation. Yeah, what's on that screen? That's a lot. Like it means that your animation is actually heavy on some. It might not be a problem if you just have this one, but imagine having like 3-5 characters that all have these deformed vertices. Then it starts getting pretty heavy, and that's why you should switch to having good meshes, good weighted meshes instead. My gosh, I remember one of my first jobs where we had to rig this cloak that was on the character. It was covering it like this, and we had to fix manually the cloak for when the arm was raised and stuff like that. And it just went like all the time went into fixing that cloak that we were direct deforming. While when you use bones placed in a smart way, then it's more manageable, and it's also that animation. I wanted the character to disintegrate itself. Oh, I see. Well, it's super heavy, but if it's just that one, as said, it should be fine. If you could use the bones instead, it would be even better. But I mean, direct deformations are not to avoid at all. But if you're on mobile, then maybe you should hold yourself a little bit. Okay, so what's placing this crystal, which is here, gem. I'll place it here inside, and or even more centered, maybe here or here, I don't know. So it's here. Okay, as long as the programmers don't notice it, I'm okay. Oh, thank you for being here. I actually think you're so amazing in doing animations. I love your style. I'm so jealous of it. You shouldn't call me a teacher. I just know some things. And so I also want to see some of your streams sometime. I never, like, I saw you stream twice, but it was at times I couldn't get on your stream, and I was very, very sad about that. Here it is. So I was about to change the order of this. Yeah, streams. And he's a very good animator. I'm loving his animations. Like, anything he does, he's so pretty, so perfect. Where's the gem? I moved it. Forgot about it. Okay. Let's stream during game jams. Next one, this August. So it's in a month. That's not much. I'd be curious to see what you did. What you do. I remember the two kitties working in a lab. They were cool. Flapping those ears so nicely. Yeah, so once it's open, we'll make these go out of here. This needs to change the draw order. I changed it too much. Okay, so I was here. Okay. And then this goes up to here. Okay, so when I change the draw order, I also have to remember to get this in the back. Okay, and save. What the hell? Okay, there's also this one. I'll have to filter the tree on draw order. I stream during the game jams. Next one is August. Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying much attention. Trini almost a hero. Yes, I want to see the stream still big fan. Stop, Erika, I'm blushing. I'm really a fan though. I wanna see your work now. Show it. Yeah, you can follow him on Twitter. It's always Trini, the name. Yeah, you can check my Twitter if you want. Mini, same. No, he's good. Okay. So, oh, this should go slightly more in the background. How about now? Yes. Done. So we can go out, and then I can just do things. I don't know what things. Okay, now this gem is coming out in a stupid way, so I'll have to make it prettier. Like for example, it could also be smaller when it comes out, and then get bigger. It's 1 and 1 here. Phew. Yes. Let's save. Seen your work before, very nice, I agree. Then we could have also these things, the halo that come out. So I'm in setup mode. At least we got the treasure chest working, which is super. Okay, so organization. I've got a copy of, well, okay. I actually wanted to have a bone, so new bone, and I'll call it twinkle holder. Why am I this graphic? Okay, twinkle holder. And I'll make twinkle halo a child that, and this. Now twinkle holder, I'll change this icon, and I'll move these guys down here. I'll also make twinkle halo smaller. I'll delete this one for now, or rather I'll make them invisible in setup mode and save. Can also take out of the way the diamond and the coin for now. So the animation is like this. My tummy feels weird when I see good animations. Very nice animations. Okay. So when it translates, first it could definitely translate with a curve. So where's my graph? Here. Close the matrix. Boom. Then we could add some squish and stretch, here. And also some overshooting. So it goes like this, and then it goes back. Right, okay. Then here I wanted to distort this a little bit, like this. Even more. Okay. Oh, also, for these particles, is there an advantage performance-wise to animating them this way versus using a particle system like Unity? It's probably better if you, no, I don't know this answer. I know that if you animate them in Spine, then you're going to control exactly where they appear. While if you leave that to Unity, they can be random. Regarding performance, I don't know if a particle system editor is heavier or not when you talk about Unity. Probably it is, but I'm not sure, so I don't want to say stupid things. So then I could also have this gem float in the air. Like this. And then I can also get them here like this. Yeah. I want to make the tree slightly smaller so that there's more room for this. Also, great! I just splashed myself with water. Ah. It had to happen. It happened. Well, it was hot. It's a hot day. It doesn't matter. And, yeah, scary sounds. I'm sorry. It's water. So for this, in terms of performance, I would imagine Unity's particle is the better way to go. But that's kind of only a hunch on my end. Yeah, I don't know that either. I want to look into this now. Unity's timeline integration could help with some of the randomness. Thanks, Mina. I also imagine the same. Okay, so particle time. So let's see. I'm going to first animate one particle, and then I'm going to duplicate that animation because I'm lazy, and then I'll organize all the particles. So where's my particle? Here, twinkle. I'm not going to move the twinkle holder, but I'm going to move the particle. So the particle will start here, but earlier. So here's where it ends. And this is where it could go out. And I have to key the twinkle twinkle color. So first is invisible and then it's visible. it's huge, of course. And beside that, I also have to key this one and make it visible here too. Then so what kind of twinkling animations we could have? We could have one here that goes out, and then some other twinkles. The twinkle moves and it goes up here, and it just makes everything twinkly. And for that, I'll need this to go here then. Down. Okay. And then starting from here, I'll make it rotate, because why not? So 120, 240, and then I'll have to make them at equal spacing. There we go. Equal spacing or not, I don't care. Okay, and then it needs to be definitely smaller. And it goes back to being small. Then here it goes back. I can select two slots at the same time and lower the opacity like this. Okay, so now we have one twinkle. Ooh, so fast. Okay. I could slow it down, it's too fast. So that's my twinkle halo. There we go. Don't like it that much. So I'll copy this and paste. Let's see, in double. Maybe I don't like the twinkle in itself. But anyway, so this was one option, and if we have more twinkles, it could actually be better, or I could not make it turn. Let's see. Nah, in that case, instead of going this way, it should go just up. So if it's here, that's my twinkle. I could have it here, and then it could go up here. Yeah. So if we have like 5 of them, it could be nice. And then the twinkling around our guy here. So my twinkle is here, goes here. You can copy just the keyframes. here invisible keyframes, copy, paste, and then again they fade away, so copy and paste, and then could also go this way, so up. Ooh, so fast. Maybe not that fast. So if it was here, I'll just make it go up this much. Can also be slower and visible for a longer time. Okay, in that case, it can also go slightly more up. Okay, this is nice. I want to deactivate the bones. Okay, so now I'll be making copies of these. Save. Let's see. 4, 5. 5 should be enough. Let's test. Yeah. So I'll use the magical adjust button now. I'll click adjust and I'll move my particles around. I'll also offset them a little bit. So let's say twinkle halo here. We can offset it on this part when it's here. First we select here. And now it's going its own way. I'll also offset it a little bit in the timeline. Oh, I'll catch you all next time. Mirabelle has brought me her ball and is insisting that it's playtime. Oh, so sweet. Say hi to Mirabelle then. Bye. Poppy, poppy, poppy. Okay. Then twinkle 5. I'll move it somewhere else. And I'm using the adjust button, so it should fix the position overall, no matter where I move it. Could also move it here. Yeah. Then regarding this part here, I'll have to select this and I'll make it appear here. And also appear slightly after that. And save. Take care. Okay, I'll adjust the position of these. Let's move it slightly more up. Okay. So I'm choosing a different position for this. Let's say this one. Okay. And I also have twinkle halo 2. So I'm adjusting this. have to adjust. I just select the keys that I want to be moved in a different place. Could move this here. So could adjust the scale for this one here. Okay. So set up. I wanted to add that same light that I have in the background. Where is it? Root, twinkle holder, no. Just holder, oh, light rays. What's this one? And I'll remove. And then I'll, where's the twinkle? Oh no, big light, this one. Make a copy of it, change it to additive. Also change this one to additive. And I'll deactivate, or I'll leave it active, but I'll move this one out so that it stays with the gem. Super strong. So since it became so strong, I have to select inner light and make it slightly more intense, less intense. Interesting. So I guess I'll just change it back to normal. What is it then that makes this much light? Ah. Next one. I want to lower. Big light. And big light 2 needed to be resized, and slightly lower influence. Okay. So when I select big light, I can get more light here. Good. Now that big light that I had here needs to be just a bit more down. So big light here. And save. Okay. So, okay, this is it. This is pretty much it. We can fix the twinkles some more, because I guess I still have, yeah, too many twinkles in the same place. Three, four, filter the tree on bones. 5, 6, 4, 3. Okay, this one here could be offset slightly. And then here I have one, which I'm going to move here. This one is going to be placed in a different place. Let's say here. Okay. Is that a football? One that is appearing, I'll move it somewhere else or retard it and save. My PC is acting a bit weird. I'll catch up if I can. I have to check it. See you in a bit. Bye, Kay. It was nice having you, as always. Unity particles should be always the way to go, in my opinion, if I want to learn how to use it. Animating particles in Spine is a pain. Yeah. But you have this super precise control of where they go. Okay, I'd say this animation is done. So since it's done, I think we can finish the stream here. And next time we could either I was thinking of doing the treasure chest in a version that it's possible to achieve also in Essential, because I think we've neglected a little bit the Spine Essential version, and you can do lots within it. So I think I'll be preparing some, or either reusing the same assets to make a treasure chest and loot animation, but within Spine Essential. Ball toss is done just in time. Oh, that's great. Unless we want to also animate some puppies and tails next time. But the plan was to have a treasure chest that can be animated in Spine Essential. So something for everyone, to make everyone happy. Because Spine Essential is great as well. And I feel it's really always using meshes and stuff just doesn't give it justice. But for example, this could have been achieved without any problems in Spine Essential as well, which is something I might try to import. Puppies! I always vote for puppies. That's, yeah, of course. It makes sense. Okay, so this concludes the streaming. Thanks for being with me, and see you next time. See you next week. Bye bye.